members of the media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, you are all welcome. All protocol observed. I would like to start by highlighting the importance of this event that we are all gathered here for this press conference, the Southern Region Africa Senior Championships, which Zimbabwe will be hosting. In terms of ranking, it is important to note that this is the third largest competition Africa can host. After Africa Senior Championships and African Games. So this is a very, very important event that Zimbabwe will be hosting. It is also important to note that this event is an equivalent of COSAFA Cup, which is a regional competition. So this is the magnitude of this competition that we will be witnessing in this beautiful land of ours of Zimbabwe. It is very important to note that our athletes who are going to be representing us at the Southern Region Championships did not just come from the street. They did not just come from any minor competition, but they went through all the drills, major competitions, which emanated with our National Athletics Association hosting the National Junior Championships, which were held at White City Stadium in Bulawayo. At this competition, all our top juniors, all top junior competitors were gathered. We had more than 570 competitors taking part in that competition. There, we chose our cream. After that, we moved on to our inter-provincials, where all 10 provinces of Zimbabwe took part. We had more than 480 athletes taking part in this competition, where we then chose the team that is going to represent Zimbabwe at this major championship. So as you may see, we are going to be represented by the best. And we hope and believe that we are going to deliver as a nation. It is important to note that this competition is going to bring in all 13 SADC countries, including a non-member, Nigeria, who are coming in to try and qualify for the World Championships. This competition will be used by most athletes and most countries as a stepping stone towards qualifying for World Championships for those who haven't qualified yet. So this is a competition that most, if not all, those who will be competing are taking very, very seriously. Our motto at this competition is one track, one region, one dream. I'm just going to do something that I would like us all to do here. This side here, I'm going to call you track. The guys in the middle, you are region. The guys on my side, on my right hand side, you are the dream. So when I point towards you, for you guys, for instance, we say one track. In the middle, one region. One region. One region. On the right hand side, one region. One region. One dream. Brilliant. Which side can say it louder? Say it louder. Thank you very much. As I have mentioned, that this competition is a major competition that is going to attract the best in Africa. Some countries like South Africa are actually bringing in their top athletes who are best internationally. We are expecting more than 300 athletes to take part in this competition, with our own Zimbabwe represented by about 70 athletes who are going to take onto the track and field. Without further ado, let me call upon my next speaker, our Honorable Secretary General, Ms. Sylvia Piri, to come and deliver her speech. Ma'am Piri.
One track, one vision, one dream. Distinguished guests, members of the press, sponsors, government, representatives, fellow sports stakeholders, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor and great privilege to stand before you this afternoon as Secretary General of the Athletics Association of Zimbabwe, Naaz, as we mark a critical milestone in our collective journey towards hosting the CAA Southern Region Senior Championship to be held at the University of Zimbabwe, here in Zimbabwe, on the 26th and 27th of July. Allow me to begin by expressing our gratitude to the Sports and Recreation Commission, SRC, the Ministry of Youth, Sport, Recreation, Arts and Culture, and our esteemed partners from the Zimbabwe Olympic Committee, Ms. Nalim, Kazirai, and Bishop, for their continued guidance and unwavering support throughout this process. Today's gathering, not only as a press conference, it is a declaration to Zimbabwe, to the Southern African region, and to the continent at large. Zimbabwe is ready. It's all systems go. The Southern Region Senior Athletics Championships were first held decades ago to promote collaboration and sporting excellence among Southern nations. In these areas, the event created a friendly and competitive space for Southern African athletes to build camaraderie and benchmark performance ahead of continental or global events. The last time Zimbabwe hosted this championship was more than 10 years ago, and when athletes ran on single track, I know you know what I'm talking about. Times were relieved on stopwatches, and I was still sprinting, ate my heart out, trying to beat my other rivals from Botswana, Zambia, Namibia, South Africa. Yes, I've been around that long. So as I stand here today, no longer in spikes, but in spectacles that I'm putting on, I can say from experience, this event changes lives, it changed mine. As someone who once headed to borrow running shoes, I used to borrow spikes, tucking my 3 pins on my numbers to keep my number big from falling off, and trying not to trip on the bend when I was running. I take enormous pride in now helping deliver one of the most professional organized championships this region is seen. And no, I won't make a comeback, not unless we introduce a new region 100 meters dash, but I do bring with me the same energy, discipline, and passion I had as a competitor during those days, and now channeled into administration and sales as I'm doing now. As we speak, all 12 Southern Region member federations have confirmed their participation, from Zambia to South Africa, from Seychelles to Angola. The continent is coming to arrive. About 500 athletes and officials are expected in this country, and preparation towards them are in their final stages as we speak. Our local organizing committee, every chaired by Mr. Enias Noro, is not here, has worked tirelessly over the past months to deliver a comprehensive operational plan. The key milestones include venue readiness, The University of Zimbabwe Athletics Track has undergone final inspections and minor enhancements ensuring compliance with the World Athletics Standards. Accommodation and logistics. Athletes and officials will be housed in the designated hotels within the proximity of the venue, with dedicated transport systems in place to ensure efficient, secure, and punctual mobility. Then technical support. We have secured all required equipment, including starting blocks, electronic timing systems, lane markers, photo finish cameras, and communication radios. Security and medical. All multi-agent plan is in place, working with local law enforcement and private security to ensure safety. Medical response teams and ambulances will be stationed on one side throughout the event. Then volunteers and training. Over 80 volunteers have been recruited and trained in hospitality, ushering, athlete assistance, and protocol, reflecting the spirit of service and professionalism in Zimbabwe is known for. Then, why the championship matters, this championship? This is a more than a sports event. The championship is a continental statement of unity and excellence. It's a platform for young athletes to shine, secure sponsorship, and qualify for the 2025 World Athletics Championship to be held in Tokyo, Japan. It's a springboard for Zimbabwe's total system and economic participation. It's also a national symbol of recovery, resilience, and regional reintegration. Then from a strategic standpoint, this championship places Zimbabwe at the intersection of sport and diplomacy, youth empowerment, and regional cooperation. We are not just hosting a competition, we are also hosting a celebration for African potential. It also aligns with key national goals under the National Development Strategy, NDS1, and dovetails with our broader ambition to become a regional sporting hub. Then we have our partnerships and stakeholders, we appreciate them. Let me sincerely acknowledge the tireless efforts of our sponsors, media, partners, and technical teams. Without their support, today's progress would not be possible. We are particularly thankful to corporate partners. We have come on board to provide cash and time support. We could still do with a lot more sponsorship. Then media houses. We have pledged to cover the championships through TV, radio, online, and social platforms. The government departments, whose inter-ministerial collaboration has made planning smoother, from immigration and customs to emergency services. And to our athletes, this championship is about you. Your hard work, discipline, and dedication have brought us to this moment. We are committed to creating a competitive, fair, and inspiring environment for you to excel. Then what we look ahead, as we enter the final stretch towards July 26th, we call upon the public to come in large numbers and support our national team, the diaspora communities to follow and cheer online, schools and youth programs to draw inspiration from the performances they will witness. We also look forward to launching a school engagement initiative alongside our sponsors to introduce athletics to young learners and create pathways for future champions. Then let me end by anchoring our championship theme. Like I said, one track, one region, one dream. Let me, our call to action, one track where borders disappear and potential is unleashed. One region bound by friendship and fair competition. Then one dream to build a brighter future for African sport. We invite every Zimbabwean, every partner, and every sports lover to rally behind this event and make it a resounding success. I thank you.
Thank you, Madam Piri. Moving on, I think for might have heard of this joke here. A gentleman was sent to go and get 10 people to come and do a piece of work in an office. He went outside, he called 10 people, he started walking behind them. 10 people got into the room, he was the 11th one. When he tried to walk in, he was told, no, we said 10 people, you are number 11. Comes to me. Talk of a gentleman who introduces everyone else, and then he forgets to introduce himself. My name is Coach Aaron Twalila White. I'm the Vice Chairperson for the local organizing committee. I'm also the assistant coach for the national team, assisting our coaching director, Coach Ismat, who is not with us today. And I am also the only certified route measurer in Zimbabwe, approved by World Athletics, recently promoted on the 25th of June. And I can see my boss is looking at me and saying, how about up? If I get into trouble, I'm also the vice chairperson of the World Athletic Board, and my chairperson is here, she was looking at me. Moving on, without taking too much time, let me invite our next speaker from the SRC, representing the SRC, Mr. Shepard Mukanaye. Let's welcome Mr. Mukanaye.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let me recognize the presence of the Director of Ceremonies, the Chief Executive Officer of the Zimbabwe Olympic Committee, Ms. Malin Katsirai. Let me also recognize the presence of the Secretary General for Naaz, Madam Cynthia Piri, and officials from the Sports and from the Ministry of Sport, Recreation, Arts and Culture. I also want to recognize the presence of the sponsors, our development partners, our coaches, our athletes, and members of the media. On behalf of the Sports and Recreation Commission, I'm proud to express our full support for the National Athletics Association of Zimbabwe as we prepare to host the Southern Region Senior Athletics Championships in Harare on 26 and 27 July 2025. The event is a national opportunity that aligns perfectly with the goals of the SRC and those of the government of Zimbabwe. In particular, the aspect of improved sport performances, increased participation in sport and recreation, and lastly, the promotion of sports tourism as a driver of economic growth. Under its 5-year plan, Naaz has laid a strong foundation from athlete development and decentralized talent identification to digital licensing systems and inclusive programs. Athletics in Zimbabwe has also provided a very influential role in terms of building the brand Zimbabwe. And I'm sure we are all familiar with the products that we have produced as athletics. I will just mention just a few. Tapiwa Nashe Makarau, Makanaka Ishe Charamba, Chengetai Mapaya, Faith Chinyama, Bimbai Maeshoreva. I can mention, talk about the product that we have produced until cows come home. We've done a good job as Naaz. Recently, Team Zimbabwe committed at the AUS Region 5 Games in Namibia, and those who have been closely following the developments in Namibia will agree with me that as Naaz, we have put a good show in Namibia. Out of the medals that we have produced in Zimbabwe, 7 gold medals were from athletics. We need to put our hands together for that. As the SRC, we remain committed to the provision of technical and financial support for key events in the country, inclusive of the event that will be hosted on the 26th and 27th of July, the promotion of athlete-centered policies, supporting international hosting bids, and also aligning efforts with government to ensure that sport delivers impact across all sectors. The upcoming championships will host over 12 nations, and as you are aware, we also act as World Championships qualifiers, and thus positioning Zimbabwe as a serious contender in its global athletics, while also boosting tourism, hospitality, and national pride. To our sponsors, let's keep on investing in future as we support the event on the 26th and 27th of July. To our fans, let's also come in our numbers to support our athletes. To the media, you need to capture and amplify our success and shine a light on where we need to improve. To our youths, it's an opportunity for you to come and get inspired. We will see you at the University of Zimbabwe on the 26th to the 27th of July. And like Coach White highlighted, we'll be there united by sport and driven by excellence. In conclusion, I will say together we stride forward, together we win. Thank you.
There we go. Thank you, Mr. Mkanairi. And I would like to thank you for the second time. I've got another feather added onto me. You called me a master of ceremonies. I'm an MC now. Coach White, MC, thank you, Mr. Mkanairi. Moving on, calling our next presenter from Zimbabwe Olympic Committee, Ma'am Marlene Kadzirai. Ma'am.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, MC White. I'd like to write upon the protocol that has been observed by Mr. Mkanairi and say all protocols observed. On behalf of the Zimbabwe Olympic Committee, I'm very happy to be here at the official press launch of the 2025 Southern Region Senior Athletics Championships, and it's definitely a defining moment in Zimbabwean sport. Again, as Mr. Mkanairi has done, I want to begin by acknowledge and celebrate our athletes' recent outstanding performance at the Region 5 Games in Namibia. And of course, out of the 22 gold medals, athletics contributed 7. And out of a total of 89 medals, athletics again scooped 42 medals, which is very, very impressive. So these victories, they're not only a reflection of personal excellence, but also a spirit of Olympism, excellence, friendship, and respect. These are the 3 values of the International Olympic Committee. As the Zimbabwe Olympic Committee, we see these milestones as strong indicators of Zimbabwe's sporting foundation, that it's solid and that the Olympic movement is growing stronger in our nation. And these gains are anchored in unity among athletes, among schools, among families, and of course federations. And we pay again special tribute to the parents, guardians, coaches, clubs, schools, and volunteers who serve tirelessly behind the scenes. So from the 26th to the 27th of July, we will be proudly hosting the Southern Region Senior Athletics Championships at the University of Zimbabwe Stadium. And this event, excited to know that it's sanctioned by World Athletics and the Confederation of African Athletics, and will welcome over 12 SADC nations to our capital city. And this is, as Madam Cynthia mentioned, for the first time in more than 30 years, and again reclaiming our sport as the hub of continental athletics. It is very fitting, knowing that Zimbabwe is the SADC chair, and I remember the president has said everyone is a SADC chair. And of course from the Olympic movement, we are also the IOC president. So this event is just more than medals and records. It's a critical step for many athletes towards the 2025 World Athletics Championship and ultimately the 2028 Olympic Games that will be set in the USA in Los Angeles. So the road to Olympics starts here, and Zimbabwe is honored to play host. As Mr. Mkanari has mentioned, I think because we're talking to Naaz, we're talking to athletes here, I'm sure we're all glued to our televisions over the weekend when Makanaka Charamba debuted at the Diamond League and actually came third after Noah Lyles and Letsile Tebogo of Botswana, the Olympic champions. And it's quite interesting that he clocked 19.99 seconds, just behind Tebogo, who clocked 19.97 seconds, and Maka's record is actually 19.92 seconds. So you can imagine we're looking at a podium performance in 2028. And of course with Makarao, he wasn't there, but then our national record is 19.84 seconds, set by Tapio Makarao. So as the Zimbabwe Olympic Committee, we definitely affirm the following. Support for the federation involved in Olympic sports, and to be specific to athletics, we should also announce and proudly say that we are, as the Zimbabwe Olympic Committee, funding all airfares for all athletes that are going to the World Championships at the end of this year. We've also supported and bought all the air tickets for the junior athletes that are going to participate in Nigeria as well. So those are a number of athletes that are going to Nigeria, those that have qualified for the World Championships as mentioned, your Isaac Mpofu, your Tendai Zamoto, your Mimbai, Ashley Kamandirira, and all the athletes that are also going to qualify for the World Championships. We are sponsoring that. We're also affirming deepening partnerships between the sports sector, like health, education, tourism, and to create a sustainable development outcomes as well. We also want to continue enhancing athletes' pathways from grassroots to elite through capacity building, resource mobilization, and Olympic values education. While we're supporting with airfares for these athletes, I think you all agree with me there is more that is needed for athletes to excel. We need to incentivize our athletes, we need to support our athletes, we need to celebrate them and support them through their journeys towards whatever qualification and competitions that they compete in. So to this end, we're also encouraging national federations to seize this opportunity and rally behind your athletes, to have the schools and communities turn up in support of Team Zimbabwe, and also, again, for corporate Zimbabwe to come forward and join us in delivering a truly world-class event. Let me also commend the strides that we're making as a country beyond athletics. We've talked about athletics, but then let us also acknowledge the Zimbabwe women's cricket team. The GEMS, our national netball team, has also been doing well. I'm not being biased over women, I think they're doing quite well. The boxers that are also gaining ground in regional tournaments, and then also Zimbabwe registering their mark in a new sport that is esports. They also scooped a number of gold medals at the AUS Region 5 Games. We're also doing very well in chess, in rugby. Those who watched the game yesterday, we have advanced to the finals of the Africa Cup, and if we win against Namibia next Saturday, we are going to the World Cup in 2027 in Australia. We also acknowledge Paralympic sport and Special Olympics. They've also been breaking a lot of medals. So this shows that as a nation we are having a lot of multi-sports within our nation, and this is on the rise. As ZOG, we see this as a golden era of opportunity where athletes across disciplines are stepping up and placing Zimbabwe firmly on the global map. And to our media, our colleagues, we offer deep appreciation. The fourth estate you're called. We do not take your presence for granted, as your role is vital. You are the lens through which the nation and the world see our athletes' journeys. So let us continue to amplify positive sport narratives and showcase our athletes as national icons as well. So in closing, as we approach the Southern Region Senior Athletics Championships, let us carry the collective ambition of a nation. Let us declare that, as Madam SG said, Zimbabwe is ready. Our athletes are prepared, our sporting movement is aligned, and our dream is united across the Southern African region. At the Zimbabwe Olympic Committee, we are proud to stand shoulder to shoulder with Naaz, the athletes, corporate community, and the entire sporting fraternity. So, together, let us make these games not just an event, but definitely a legacy. As has been mentioned, one track, one region, one dream. And thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Kadrai. We appreciate all the support that we get from ZOC. We don't take the support lightly. They have been working with us for so many years, up and down, through thick and thin. We know when we have got issues that we need sorted, we run to them and we take care of them, and we really appreciate that. Moving on to the next segment, but before I do that, I just want you to turn to the person sitting next to you and just say, "Hi, Sadiq Chairperson." Let's not forget that we are the leaders of this region. We are Sadiq Chairman and Chairwoman. I looked at the way women were looking at it. Okay, moving on, we would like to call upon our principal sponsors to come and share a word with us, some few words. We don't take lightly the fact that there's some people who go out of their way to support us as Naaz, us as Zimbabwe, us as athletics people. We've got people, companies like Wangi Colliery, who have been with us. They supported us in Blue Whale. They followed us. They are here with us today. They are going to be with us when we host the Southern Region Championships. So people like that, companies like that, are at our hearts, and we really appreciate them, and they are dear to our souls. Someone from Wangi Colliery, Mr. Shaw. Mr. Shaw from Wangi.
Good afternoon. Are we hungry? As miners, we eat once a day when we are back from the mines. So we have got all the energy. Good afternoon. Thank you. I'll also write on the protocols that is already been established. A very good day to you all. It is with great pride that we, Wangi Colliery Limited Holdings, a diversified organization with interest in coal mining, real estate, healthcare, agriculture, and energy, join you at this important press briefing. We are excited to be part of the upcoming Southern Region Senior Athletics Championships taking place next weekend. Our decision to sponsor the national athletics team is driven by a desire to invest in the future of our country and to empower the talented individuals who will shape it going forward. We recognize the immense talent and potential that exists within our nation, and we want to play a role in helping these athletes reach their full potential. Further, our participation forms part of our ESG agenda and unwavering commitment to sports development. Through initiatives such as these, we seek to restore Wangi's legacy as a regional sporting hub, creating synergies that support national sport growth and excellence. Wangi Colliery is redefining its role within Zimbabwe's socio-economic landscape. Guided by a forward-thinking diversification strategy, we are focused on creating value and sustainable business growth. Crucially, our success must align with the environment and improvement of lives in the communities we serve. Sports stands as one of the key pillars in our sustainable journey, and we are determined to support and uplift it in the years ahead. Our commitment extends beyond Wange. We are devoted to the development of sports across Zimbabwe. We are grateful to Naaz for the opportunity to sponsor the Matabeleland North team, comprising athletes from both rural and urban communities at last month's Inter-Provincial Championships, which have informed the selection of our national squad for the Southern Region Senior Championships. As part of our broader ESG strategy, we are embarking on an exciting sports revival program spanning multiple disciplines. We are proud to share that we have already renovated sporting facilities for some courts, and work is currently underway to upgrade the Colliery Stadium, transforming it from its current state to upgrade it to be able to host international athletes and high-level sporting events. This will be carried out in close partnership with the Matabeleland North Athletics Board and of course Naaz. In addition, we are honored to be sponsoring the Southern Region Games as an expression of our national pride and responsibility. Athletics is more than just a sport. It represents the very best of human potential, dedication and perseverance. It inspires us to push beyond our limits, to strive for excellence, and to never give up on our dreams. As a company, we believe in transformative power of athletics, and we are proud to support the next generation of champions. I would like to express my deepest gratitude to the athletics team, coaches, and officials for their tireless efforts and dedication. We are honored to be part of this journey and looking forward to celebrating many successes together. To Team Zimbabwe, we say go out there and make us proud. We are cheering you on as Wange Colliery Holdings. One track, one region, one dream. I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shah. Thank you, Wange Colliery. The last time I went to Wange, it was in 2017, National Youth Games. So when we got there, as people coming from Harare and the way, we started locking our cars, taking away things and all that. Then one gentleman came to us and said, no, there's no need for you to do that. No one steals here. Then we said, why? You want to know the reason? Ask Mr. Shah. Okay, moving on to our next segment, which is question and answers. If you've got any questions that you would like to ask, please feel free. We've got panelists who are here to take care of your questions. And before I get there, I've got a question for each and every one of us here. If I were to pick anyone and say, please tell me the Sebos captain, more than 100 people will tell me. If I say, tell me the Warriors captain, people will tell me. If I say, tell me the Gems captain, people will tell me. Who is the national athletics team captain? Athletes are not allowed to answer. Who knows?
Good visa.
Another chairperson is offered to pay $100 for a correct answer.
Coach visa.
Somebody call out their name?
Visa.
No, that's not his name.
What is
What's his name?
Okay, moving on with time. Our captain for the national team athletics is called Jeremy Mwishi, affectionately known as Coach Pizza. It's important to know those things. All right, so I'll move the mic. If there's anyone who's got a question, I'll hand over the mic to you, then you ask. Please, if you've got any particular person whom you want to answer that question, please just mention their name and then ask the question. If it's a general question, you just ask the question. Silence. You're too quiet.
Thank you. Okay, we have heard that the captain is Coach Visa, that he is captaining more. What's the name of the athletics team? And we said Warriors, Sabres. How about athletics team? What is his name?
You know what? This guy is a prophet. That was going to be my next question. Actually, it was not going to be a question, but I wanted to say, right? This group here, 35 seconds, in the middle, 35 seconds, here, 35 seconds. I want you to tell us what you think we should call our athletics national team. Just 35 seconds, a quick one, you can share. Broken telephone going down. Okay? And you give us a reason. You guys will move the mic down here. We don't have much time. Dr. Ruth. I'm a coach. I'm very good at my store coach.
And we started.
Yes, ma'am.
The Kasongos.
The Kasongos? These guys have said the Kasongos. Why Kasongos? Justify.
Vito.
Sorry?
Vito.
Vito of engine. Okay, the last contribution before we go to the middle.
It was just an addition on Songos. It exhibits speed, intelligence. It also exhibits the passion and progress as Naaz. That's what we find.
Wow. She's the right person to deal with those things. Right in the middle section.
Stallions.
The stallions. Why stallions?
I think it's got something to do with speed and
Richard.
but the captain is
Okay, last one, middle section.
The bolts. Bolts.
The bolts.
Yes.
Bolts as in bolts, the runner.
Like
as in
lightning bolts.
Okay, bolts.
Yeah.
The bolts. Why bolts?
Because when I specified on bolts, I was specifying on the lightning bolt. So the way the lightning strikes, how fast it is exactly.
The blitzkrieg.
Exactly. I feel that.
Thank you. Okay, we come to this side now. You guys have lost it, yes, sir. 2-0. You guys lost 2-0. These guys have got 3. Those guys have got 2. You guys have got 0. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Moving on. Do we have any more questions? I think, advocate, they've been answered.
Yeah.
Yes, it's coming down to us. We need to come up with a name. I think Dr. Ruth and team are already working on that. Yes, it's something that they're already working on. Do we have any more questions? So Dr. Ruth was telling me that unless we ask questions, we are not going to eat. If we don't have any questions, We move on. You have something to say, Kenton?
Nah, I was about to ask what time the food will be ready.
So that's why people are not asking questions. They want to rush to eat food. Okay. We get to this moment where we would like to thank and appreciate our partners and our sponsors, people who have walked the journey with us, people who are walking the journey with us, people who made even this press conference possible today. We really appreciate their support. In no order of preference, I would like to thank the following people. 5 Brands Consulting Group, the guys who are helping us with all the marketing, all the good works that you are seeing, all the publicity. These guys who are doing a great job. I would also like to mention, please note, this list is not exhaustive. We still need more partners, more sponsors, more people who come to work with us. And getting into these competitions that we're getting into, remember, it's not only Naaz, it's not only the athletes, it's not only the executive, it's not only the marketers, but it's the whole of Zimbabwe. We all need to come together. Let's put our efforts together. Let's work together. In advance, I would like to thank each and every individual who is here for the support that you are going to render Team Zimbabwe as we get into battle. I would like to thank Econet Wireless, Net1, Delta, IAMM Graduate School, RTG, Nyaradzo, Lobels, ZLG, Terry Technologies, Peace Security. Thank you very much. Thank you, our partners. We really appreciate all the efforts and all the sacrifices that you make to assist us. I would like to thank all the delegates who are here, each and every individual who took time to come here and be with us. We know you guys could have been doing some other things, but you chose to be with us here today. And we really, really appreciate that. Before I move on to announce the next step that we are going to take, I just want us to recite our theme again.
One dream.
Exactly. One track, one region, one dream. I would like to take this opportunity to announce that we have officially closed this press conference. Thank you very much. But before you go, we've got some hits. We can all mix and mingle, chat, and enjoy a bite and a sip. Thank you very much.
So this one's now well done. Thank you so much. Excellent. Thank you. Excellent. Thank you. Well done. Excellent work. Siyabonga sure. Okay, Chinenza. 41.
Yeah, got 40.
But use it.
Use it, it's fine. It's not. And it's fine. So it's